All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast. Now, with the contract of center Andre Drummond set to expire at the end of this NBA season, the Cleveland Cavaliers are currently in the process of shopping him. Now, in 25 games this season for the Cavs, Drummond is averaging 17.5 points along with 13.5 rebounds. Drummond is one of the premier rebounders in the NBA as he has led the league in that category, which includes him averaging 13.8 boards for his career. And as a rebounder who does not need to have the ball in his hands in order to be effective, Drummond can be highly effective for a contending team down the stretch. Now, you look at some of the teams that could make sense for Drummond, either via trade or a buyout. I look at the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, this is a team that after they traded Jared Allen and a part of that big deal to acquire James Harden, they've lost plenty of size and they need an upgrade, especially on the boards. And you look at a guy like Drummond, he could definitely play off of Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and James Harden because he does not need the ball in his hands in order to be effective. Get the rebounds, kick it back out to them for the shots, and let them do what they do. You look at the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers are looking to repeat as NBA champions, of course, but they lost some size and they lost that rebounding that they had from Dwight Howard last year. And at this point of their respective careers, Andre Drummond is the better rebounder than Dwight Howard. So, he gives you some size in the paint, of course, and more importantly, he gives you a lot of activity on the boards. Get the rebound, get the ball out to LeBron, let AD do his thing, and that would really be a shot in the arm for the Lakers as they're looking to repeat. I look at the Portland Trailblazers. Yusuf Nurkic is out with the injury. Of course, CJ McCollum as well. But if you're Portland, you definitely need some size to go off of Damian Lillard and Carmelo Anthony right now. And I'm also going to throw the Golden State Warriors into the mix. The Warriors, they're not a championship team like we've been accustomed to seeing them in recent years. No, but it's a situation. You look at it. James Wiseman is coming along. As a rookie, he has had his injuries. You see how this team is playing with Steph Curry back. You look at Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and of course Kelly Oubre as well. Why not add some size to it? I'm not saying that Andre Drummond is going to make the Warriors what they were a couple of years ago when they were winning an NBA championship, but this is a team that is looking to get back to the playoffs and potentially do some damage. Of course, there are going to be other teams in the mix. I think it all comes down to whether or not that the Cavs are able to trade Andre Drummond, or they simply say, you know what, we'll buy out your contract. Because if the Cavs do buy out Andre Drummond's contract, at that point, it's game on, because then he has the ability to sign with whichever team that he wants. I think the Nets and Lakers would be the front runners, of course, for the talent that they have in place. You look at Andre Drummond, he's from Mount Vernon, so would that proximity to the Barclays Center be enough for him to sign with the Nets? We'll have to see. I think it's going to be on one of the coast, or the Atlantic or Pacific is and what I'm referencing to. But definitely, I think the Nets and the Lakers have the inside shot. He's not going anywhere with the Cavs. It's prudent for the Cavs to try to get something back for him at this point, since they can't reach a long-term deal. But you look at Andre Drummond, he has the ability to clean up the glass and be a huge shot in the arm for a team that really wants to win the NBA championship this year. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you subscribers out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.